Hello class, it's Caitlin McEvoy. I'm here to tell you about my students' prior learning and varied approach. The varied approach started with a bell ringer, followed by a worksheet, which was independent practice. Then they had educational games and guided practice, but those were put together. So some students were on laptops playing educational games, dealing with main idea, purpose, so on and so forth. With that being said, Miss Balventine had a small group where they were playing Read, Fiction, and Roll, which was a game that required the students to read a short paragraph that was fiction, followed by a game of Roll the Dice, which they were given a paper, 1 through 6, and it said if you roll a 1, you tell the purpose. If you roll a 2, you tell the main idea. If you roll a 3, you say what your favorite part of the story was, and so on and so forth. Then, my student's prior learning, he is good at writing and he is good at math, but he did tell me that his least favorite subject last year was reading, which I have a feeling revolved around the way the student learned from different teachers and how they taught. My teacher now is a structured teacher. She mixes it all in. There's a bit of small groups, there's a bit of strategies, there's a mix of technology, it's just a good mix of structured teaching. Miss Balventine told me that the previous teacher was very traditional and group work based. And I have a feeling that my Tootie did not like to learn that way and it didn't click with him. So I believe that's why his least favorite was reading. He is very good at writing and math. He loves to do math. He loves to solve problems. And he is very good at writing. I believe that his prior learning influences his learning goals, his instruction, and his assessment. So in his assessment, he wasn't getting the grades he wanted because he wasn't learning the way the teacher taught. His instruction needed to be structured, not traditional or group work based. He is a visual learner, so he needs to see the teacher doing it. He needs to put it all together, and it's not to where he can see it and then he can visualize it and then he can write it down or tell someone else or repeat it. His learning goals are very important to his learning. Once you tell him what he needs to learn and what he needs to reach, he's very able to get there. So that's very important in his learning. I hope you enjoyed my video today, and I think you know what's coming next. Go Dublin Lions!